It's time now to take a look at some of the week's stories that impact branding and brands. Branding expert and host of the Chatter That Matters podcast, Tony Chapman, joins us now in studio. Tony, it's so nice to see you.
So nice to see you here. You're always out in the...
All the elements. Yeah. It's great to be inside. I love our topics because I find it's what people are talking about in the community. We're always talking about AI, how much it's evolving. And now there's this interesting kind of partnership with infrastructure and the Buy Canada movement.
Yeah, what I love about this is that the future economy, so much of it's going to happen in the clouds. Yeah. We don't need trains to ship goods. We don't need ships to ship goods. We just need our intellectual capital, finding a way to invent a better mousetrap, and then populating the cloud that hopefully populates economies around the world. So it's a great opportunity for Canada. And what I like with Evan Solomon and what they're doing is saying, listen, we've got all this firepower in Canada. Let's take the dollars, this procurement dollars that could go anywhere, and concentrate it in Canada with the sort of Buy Canada movement. But it's not just maple syrup or made in Canada fashion. It's now made in Canada IP. And I think that's the beautiful thing, because if we can invest in these people, we can get the IP. This is recurring revenue that can keep our economy powered for generations to come. So it's a very smart move. Long overdue, in my opinion. We should have been doing this 10 years ago. Yeah. But you know what? It's better to start now than just wait another 10 years and wonder why we lose another decade.
And it's evolving so rapidly. Absolutely. I mean, I know for at least a year you've been saying we got to get on this train. It's leaving the station. So you make a good point. It's good. At least we're getting on it now.
And the foundations of AI was invented in Canada, but very often to raise capital, you got to look elsewhere. And the people that give you that capital say, well, then come and set your business up near me. So this is a smart move, a great move on the chessboard to sort of have that Canadian mentality and approach and the emotional notes that come with our value system all populate and create enterprise that creates jobs here. Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see where that goes. Another story that we're watching closely, and it's unfortunate, is the closure of this restaurant, Matty Matheson, incredibly popular chef. You know, everybody kind of knows him. It wasn't even open a year, and it's kind of raised this question of how difficult it can be for any restaurant in Toronto right now.
Well, you think of what was going in. I mean, this guy's got a massive following, you know, on the show The Bear. He's got a character presence. I mean, covered in tattoos and larger than life.
Cookbooks are everywhere, right?
But what happened is people knocked on the door and they created a niche, and he took advantage of his celebrity. But he also delivered a $35 fish and chips. So when it was clams and East Coast. So that's kind of a novelty. You're going to have that once or twice a year. So he never built that loyal base that restaurants need. If you don't have a loyal base of regular customers, and every week you're trying to fill people, new people coming in, invariably, it's a very difficult business to be in. Restaurants, like inflation with food, inflation with staff, bureaucracy, and everything else going with it. It's not an easy business the best of the times, but for a nuanced type of restaurant, even with celebrity, that's a tough gauntlet to run.
Yeah, you're facing a challenge. Now, on kind of the opposite side of the spectrum here, we're seeing people go to Starbucks across, it's mainly the U.S., right, over these like teddy bear cups. I told you I opened my TikTok, I don't even know what it was. So popular. Everyone wants their hands on this. What do you think's behind that marketing?
Well, there's scarcity is always something that it's part of the marketer's toolbox. I'm going to have this limited offer. And then there's fear of missing out if I don't get it. And then the herd starts moving towards it, and they want to go after it. And the next thing you know, I got to have one of these things. And I mean, to me, it looks like the craft bear. I mean, it looks like the peanut butter bear.
Or the honey bear. I don't know if you saw this. People, as a joke online, were saying they just get the honey bear and then put a straw on the top and say, this is my Starbucks.
Exactly the same thing. But, you know, it's that scarcity, the psychology of human beings is if I don't have it, I'm not going to be culturally relevant. I'm not going to fit in. I'm not going to be part of this whole movement that's going on. And then, of course, there's also the Picasso and the attic. If I collected something that's going to be worth a fortune, we always hear, oh, my God, I got a bear. Next thing you know, I put it on eBay and I got $1,100. More often than not, that's just I posted it for $1,100. I didn't get it, and but that's the reality. Is we want to create something that sort of we identify with. We identify with the owner, the creator of it, and saying, I got it, you don't. Therefore, I'm in. And you're not. Yeah,
it's like you want to feel included. I mean, the psychology is fascinating, right? It was very effective.
It's the herd mentality, man. Humans, we move as a herd, and we don't like to be stampeded over, so we want to turn around and run where they're running.
Or left behind. Tony, great topics. Thank you so much. Great
Thanks
to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Have a nice rest of your Thursday. I thought it was Friday there. We're not there yet.